everyone, this is Pink Beauty Fox 06 here, aka Ashley. Welcome to my channel if you're new. If you want to see more stuff from me, subscribe, push that button down below to subscribe, and push that like button if you like what you see. So today is another continuing of my 365-day vlog challenge day number 4. So in this one today, I kind of want to talk about what it's like to live with fibromyalgia. Now, I'll put the links down below. I have kind of started to tell you about my story, about how I was diagnosed and everything like that. I'll probably kind of go into it a little bit here, but not as in detail. So basically, if you don't know, fibromyalgia is a chronic fatigue muscle sleeping disorder. Whew, that's a long mouthful. So that's what they used to call it before they finally go, let's call it fibromyalgia. Yeah, that sounds good. Put it in the books. Like, I just can't believe that was the name for it. So I suffer more as I get older. I've noticed. I've had it since I was 14 years old, and now I'm 30. And I've learned a lot from it. You know, what my limits are, what I should and shouldn't do, and just basically how to, you know, try to make it through everyday life. It's really hard for me because I really like to be active and doing things and going places, but sometimes my body is like, can't do that today, Ashley. I know you want to, but nope, you're not going to do that today. So it makes it hard to want to be motivated. Like, a lot of times when I get home, like sometimes depending on the day, I'll work 5 to 8 hour shifts, and then I get home and it just drains me. Like even a little 4-hour shift sometimes, depending on how my day is going, it just feels like the life has been sucked out of me. And it really sucks because, you know, there are some people that work longer hours in different fields and they're fine, but I have to keep telling myself, but they're different, you know. They might have their own medical issues as well, and maybe they're able to handle it better than me. But at the same time, I'm myself and I know what is going on. I've learned to read my body cues of when enough is enough, basically. And the best way to describe fibromyalgia is everyone has a sensor, okay? They have a sensor of when they're in pain, when they're not in pain, or you're kind of feeling achy or in pain. And so it's basically like your nervous system is like shot to all get out. Like someone, like if there was like a a nerve box, and it, you know, like single DNA, it's like someone took a hammer and beat the crap out of it and was like, okay, it is damaged, it is no longer fixable, and so it signals to your whole body, you're in pain, you're in pain, you're in pain, like all the time. I wish I could say there isn't a day that I'm in pain, but that would be a lie, because I am. Like from 1 to 10, like I'm usually 7.5 or 8, which is pretty good. You know, I know that sounds pretty bad, but like when you have fibro, that's actually pretty good because that means you're functional. Now when you get up to like 10, and sometimes I've gotten up to like 13 or 14 where I can't move, I can't talk, I can't do nothing because my body is given up and I have no control over it. It's really scary sometimes because a lot of times when it happens, I'm really grateful that it's at home. It's kind of like sometimes I keep going and going like the Energizer Bunny, and all of a sudden someone took the batteries out and my body's like, whoo. And I'm really also grateful I have a husband for when he's able to, he can help me and just be there for me. He might not be able to do a lot because there isn't really a whole lot you can do when that happens, but it's just nice, you know, knowing, even though I can't verbally say it or physically say it, like that he's there and that I'm okay and I'm safe. So basically what will happen when it gets that, it's just like my body shuts down. Like I said, I can't move. I can't even lift. I can't, my eyeballs feel like they have like tons of weights on them. And sometimes it's just overwhelming. It's like really sad to me because, you know, I'm 30. I shouldn't be living like this. I should be able to go out and about and enjoy life. But sometimes I feel like I have a body of a 70-year-old, you know, someone like really up there in age. And I'm not saying like all 70-year-olds can't do anything, but it just feels like I have no control a lot of times, and it really sucks. You know, and a lot of people don't understand or don't believe it because they call it the invisible disease, basically because they can't see it under a microscope. You know, they can't see what's going on. And a lot of times they blame it on anxiety and depression, and that's all that it is. And I do have that as well. And probably later on in these blogs I'll talk about that as well. But, you know, usually what happens to me is there's so many see, this happens too. Like I stutter because my brain is just like tired and overworked, but I'm trying to do something, like trying to fight it and go, no, I'm going to do this. I want to do this, you know. But basically, there's a lot of different symptoms of it. Like, oh my gosh, it's like a whole list. And they, like, when I was diagnosed, the doctor gave it to me, and then you can't have sugars, you can't have caffeines, you can't have this. It was just like, you know, basically telling me, you're not going to live. I mean, you're going to breathe, hopefully, but that's about it. And I don't, I don't follow that. I know I'm really bad. I love caffeine. I drink a lot of soda. I try to drink more water and like cranberry juice and stuff to help. But to me, I have to have that caffeine because if I don't, then I really can't function at all. And I get what's called a fibrofog. So fibrofog is just basically like your eyes just feel like you're going through, like, you know, if you ever drive, okay, this is the best way to explain it. If you ever drive through a really heavy, thick fog and you're like, gosh, it's so hard to see. Well, imagine that thick fog you're seeing, like, placed in front of you like this. And you're just like, oh, I don't know where I'm going. And it's really scary sometimes because there's no warning of it. It'll just happen. And I've had it happen when I drive. I've had it happen when I'm shopping, you know, and it's really frustrating because you can't do anything until it runs its course. And then it's like you come back to reality and you're like, whoa, okay, that happened. Now I feel normal, you know, and you can gain weight because I was told, okay, they didn't really know a whole lot about it. So when I was told this, they were telling me that I can't hardly lift anything, I shouldn't do this. I mean, like, basically, like, I'm fragile. Like, I can't do anything. And there are times, like, I really can't lift the groceries. But mind you, I do live on the 3rd floor. So it's kind of hard sometimes when you're lifting, like, 6 bags, you know, up those stairs. So I usually get my husband to help me. But, you know, there are days I can't even lift a gallon of milk. Like, my body's just like, nope, not today, not gonna happen. And so when I was first diagnosed, they basically told me I couldn't do anything. And then now that I read about it, they say that's really bad to do that because your muscles can deteriorate. And basically, like, you're just gonna become a limp noodle after a while and not even be able to do anything. So I'm like, great. First they told me not to do this, and now, because they told me not to do this, it can make it worse for me. Awesome. Love it so much. Not really. And so, you know, with working, it does help me be more active. Like, I walk a lot, and I do a lot of movement. And sometimes, like, I do in the summertime try to go walking or swimming. Like, I love, if anyone is watching this that has this condition as well, swimming or even water aerobics. I know that's a granny sport, but it's actually really fun, and it's really nice because it's not as harsh on your bones and on your muscles. And there's a hot tub afterwards, so even more bonus, right? And so I don't have, the point of this is not really to be like, hey, we need to do something about it, or, you need to believe, or, that I know all the answers. This is not what it's about. I mean, I hope that it gets more known, and maybe someday there's a cure, because there isn't. There's no cure for I will have this for the rest of my life. I will always be in pain, and that's like one of the top things that's really hard for people. I hope that this helps someone who's going through it, knowing that you're not alone. There are people out there. Hopefully we can help spread the word so other people can be aware and be able to understand this better. That's mostly all I want, is just more understanding, and to feel like it is important that we do talk about it, because it's scary. The older I get, the less I can do. And I'm hoping in the near future it can change. And maybe one day when I'm talking to you guys, I'll be like, hey, remember when I told you this? And now I can do this? This is so awesome. I mean, fingers crossed, one day it could happen. And so, my one word of advice, if you're going through this, through anything, if there's any kind of condition, mental, physical, just know that you're doing the best you can. You're a strong person, and you can do anything if you set your mind to it. You just have to decide how you're going to do it. You can take your time. There's no rush on anything. It's not like the 100-meter dash where you have to get there as fast as you can. Anything, just enjoy what you can do, and then hope step by step, make a goal for yourself. Okay, I couldn't knit because my hands hurt so much. I'm going to try every night to knit, and the more I do, maybe the more my hands will adjust, and the more I can create what I want to. If it's little or big, enjoy every accomplishment you make in life. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more vlogs from me on the 365-day vlog challenge. Like and subscribe, and until next time, bye!